Hey, good morning. Why did I face the sun? Okay. Good morning. It's Jen. On my porch. I told you I wanted a little bit more. Sorry, I made my eyes water from looking at the sun. I wanted a little bit more FaceTime with you, and so now we have Monday mornings together. I don't know if you were with me last Monday morning, but I had a full face of makeup and my hair was blown out and I was dressed in pants, and that is because I had a thing that I was going to. And now this is going to be more what you should expect on a Monday morning with me. I'm about to show you a little tour of my house, by the way, if you want to see that. Just a short little Monday gathering, and I'm like, well, you know what? If I'm going to be with my internet friends, then I need to invite them into my house. That's what I do with friends, right? So if you want to see my house, I'm about to go in there in just a second. Also, I'm only gonna show you just the downstairs and not my bedroom, because it's not ready. Do you know what I'm saying? I was in Nashville last week for work, and I still haven't unpacked my suitcase because that's one of my personal struggles. It's one of my hurdles in adulthood, is unpacking a suitcase in a timely manner. So you just don't get to see that. I promise I'll get that bedroom ready for another time, but I'm going to show you the rest of the house, except for the upstairs where the kids live. So here's my yard. Let's see here. How do I turn this around? Here's Ladybird, my constant companion. Ladybird. Oh, she heard me. She's almost all the way deaf, so she can't really hear very good. Okay, well, let's have a little look. Let's have a little look in the house. Well, let me come out here so you can see the front of it. It's old. I don't know if you guys know this, but we renovated this house on HGTV. Did you know that? Here's our house. It's built in 1908, and it is a grand old girl. We built this porch right there. We built this porch after the fact. But we renovated the whole house on an 8-episode series on HGTV called My Big Family Renovation. Can you believe that, you guys? Oh my gosh. It was 5 years ago. So anyway, it's still on there somewhere. It's on the internet. So it's just an old house. And here's our pretty yard. We've got this, we're on 1 acre. And so we live in the old part of our little town. As you know, if you're a podcast listener, you know we live right next to the railroad tracks, because the train comes by, 5 times an episode? And this is just an old neighborhood. We're right off of cute little old-timey Main Street. Isn't that cute? Oh, guess what? When somebody took down all of her Christmas decorations, she forgot to take down the front wreaths. Whoops. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Note to self. Take that down later. Here's some lockers. Okay. This is our mat. When you're leaving, ciao, Felicia. That's pretty funny. And here's our old front door. Okay. Here we go. Let's see here. Here's our house. You walk right into a big bookshelf. This is from my friend Rachel Held Evans. This is something she wrote to me in an email, and it stayed with me forever. This work is hard. Stay faithful. Isn't that pretty? Let's see here. Let me give you a quick look where we're at. So here's the house. If you can kind of tell, we're gonna come in this way, but first I'm gonna show you. So if you ever did the renovation with us on HGTV, you would remember that right here is where this was Remy's bedroom, and it had the fireman's pole, and it's got a bed loft up there. But now that children are growing up and leaving, and some of this house can be mine and Brandon's, we changed this to Brandon's office just a couple of months ago. You're in here, right? Hello.
Hi.
There's Brandon. And so now this is an office, and it's a place for grown-ups to work and to leave their boots.
It's messy.
It is messy.
Messy.
And I can tell you just sort of picked it up.
Baby.
Okay. So now this is an office. Now back in the day, this was Remy's bed up here. I don't know if you can
There's still a bed up there.
There is still a bed up there. And there was a fireman's pole right here, all the way down to the ground.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm showing your mess. I didn't notice. Anyway, now this is Brandon's office. And bye. And then this used to be right here. This was the front door. And there was no bathroom. And so we walled this in. This was the kitchen, the back part of the kitchen. And we made it a whole bathroom. Okay, nobody wants to see a bathroom, but there's our bathroom. Hello. Good morning. And we found this little thing on the internet. Okay, so this is our downstairs bathroom. All right, so here's our living room. It also looks different from maybe the last time you saw it. We've kind of had a little bit of a style update from super farmy rustic to a little bit more mid-century. Just a touch. So, look, aren't those chairs pretty? I got those at Joybird. And Willie, of course, our patron saint over the fireplace. And this was my interesting art installation. And none of the children like that. They're like, well, that's real cute, Mom, but too bad we can't have a fire in our fireplace. Whatever, man. And so we used to have a couch in here that seated probably 12. But there was also no room for the rest of the anything. So now it's just this. Okay, so I don't know if you remember this. Well, you would if you saw the show, but this right here, this fan, we found that fan in the attic. That is like literally the OG attic fan in this old house, like way before there was, of course, air conditioning. And we were upstairs in the attic trying to figure out what to do with it up there. And we found that under like tons of sheets and insulation. And then we pulled it out and I was like, oh my gosh. Fun fact, this right here, this piece, right, this like literal mid-century piece, that was my dad's dresser when he was a little boy. So that is no joke. And it's on its 5th life. When we like upgraded from a bunch of color to more neutral and a little bit more mid-century, we painted it black and now it's on life number 5. Way to go, guy. Way to go. And then here is our, TV where we watch the things. I see somebody asked, you probably missed at the beginning, this house was built in 1908. So these floors are original, as you can tell, which I love. By the way, I love them to look janky like that. That is not upsetting for me at all. I like them to look like they've seen some life. Oh, are you ready for the greatest original feature in this house? Here we go. Look at these ceilings. Those were covered in popcorn ceiling, which of course you remember from back in the day. And then they had fabric underneath that. And we peeled them off and saw these and I almost cried tears of joy. Can you even? This is exactly how they looked. All we did was oil them. That's it. They're beautiful. It was the greatest discovery. Oh, people always want to see this. My friend Sam Pedraza painted this for us. This was right after I binged watched every single ounce. I'm sorry, this is making you dizzy. Here, I'm walking backwards. Of Parenthood. And I'm like, can you come over and draw this on my wall? All the lyrics by Bob Dylan. May you stay forever young. It's so my favorite thing. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Let's go see the kitchen. The kitchen gets a lot of love. The kitchen gets a lot of attention. I want to tell you something, and I'm sorry to say this. I noticed that lately I do a really terrible job of doing bad commercials for things. So these chairs right here, I love them so much. They're Restoration Hardware. We got them at the outlet, so they're like 70% off. And they had that like brassy mid-century look I wanted. And so I just saw them like up on this thing, and I said, I want 4 of those. I'll just put them, and they are beautiful, and I love them, and they are so uncomfortable. They're literally terrible. The whole family is like, why? I'm like, well, you know what? They're pretty. So I don't stand. Okay. So here's our kitchen. This used to be, it's hard to explain, but this used to be the master bedroom. Everything got changed. And so it's so pretty, and that's copper. You know, they're really tall. We have really, really tall ceilings. This is from my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay Letters. And it's a tiny baby kitchen. I mean, this is it. This is the whole thing. And these are butcher block countertops, which I cut right on, as you can tell. Okay. We just recently, I don't know if you remember this, but these were all, here's another. This is also Lindsay. As for me and my crazies, we will serve the Lord. These used to be turquoise. All these cabinets were turquoise. It was a very different look. And we painted everything white. It just kind of got a little upgrade. This is where we try to know what we're doing with our lives. Okay, I'm going to walk you out into the yard and then over to my office, and then that's it, because you got to get on with your day. I mean, for Pete's sake. Oh, there's where we hang all manner of things. This is our dining room. Oh, look at this new light fixture we got. I'm going to turn it on so you can see it. Oh, isn't it so pretty? Oh my gosh, that's my favorite thing. My brother built this table. Do you remember this painting? We got it in Cuba last January. And so my brother built us this long table because we have to have something this big for our family. I like when I'm standing in front of a mirror because all of a sudden I get to see you. Hi. And this is our bar. And that was all that wood is shiplap that came out of the walls when we renovated. So that's all like pieces and parts from inside the house. I forgot to show you this cool feature. Do you see the ladder? Not only is it awesome, it's super functional. I mean, these are 12-foot ceilings, so I can't really reach my top shelves. So I use it all the time. It spins around. Isn't that cute? Okay. Let's come out here. This is where the chair that holds things for me. Look, it's things. Guys, by the way, here's my broken beach waiver. Big update coming on that. I got a big beach waiver update that I'll share with you later. Okay, so here's our backyard that's perfectly green because literally yesterday was 80 degrees in Texas, and all of January and December has felt like this. When you hear me talk about my porch, here it is. This is where we spend like all of our time. We built this porch on. And so all the billions of essays that you've read from me where I'm like, sit with your friends on a porch or have your friends over for a wine night on the porch. This is what I'm talking about. This is where we are. We have solved every single problem in God's universe right here on this porch. We have a heater because we're not going to let winter keep us away from that porch, for crying out loud. Here's a second heater. And in the summer, we have misters because we're coming out here. Like, we don't even care. We don't even care. We have parties a lot. So here's where we like have a big dinner party on all of our picnic tables. And then back there, that's our fire pit. I don't know if you know what a fire pit is. Is that quintessentially Texas? I mean, you know what a fire pit is. People sit around a fire. That's what it is. Okay. So that's our fire pit and we love it. And then this is my office. You guys, I talk to you so much from my office. Let me come show you real quick and then we'll be done. I feel like I've taken up too much of your time. We have an outdoor fireplace too. So sometimes we drag all of our chairs out here and we sit out here. That is an old sign, the sign that says pecans. We found that in an old janky store right across the street on Main Street because you can't tell right now because they're all empty, but every single one of these trees is a pecan tree. Huge. We have 12 and they are massive. I mean, look at that grand old lady. So our whole entire house is pecan trees. That's our garage, and that right there is a garage apartment. So we redid that too. And it is a cute as pie. I'll have to show you that another time because it's also not ready. My sister stayed here this weekend, so it's a mess. But that is cute. Okay, and then here's my office. This was just a garbage pile. I'm not even joking. Like, this was fit to be just kicked down. Like, I could just walk in and look down and see dirt. And I could see light through all the cracks. Like, this was just a shed. And so rather than condemning it like a good normal person, we turned it into an office. Okay, and so you've seen the inside of this, but now you kind of know where it is situated on the yard. Okay. Okay, so here's my office. Sorry, this was from me doing a thing a couple of days ago. That's where I podcast. There's my equipment. This desk I found, this is an old drafting table. Like, it's humongous, and it's all like worn out where they did their drafts. I found it in an old garage. So that's fun. You know, anything can be a desk. And then, you know, some stuff. And then this is normally what you see is over here. Where this is my little office. Do you remember? I don't know if you've been with me long enough, but this was a craft, and I made it. I made this craft. I made it with my hands, and look what it is. It's pages out of old books. Can you even? Do you remember? Anybody who was with me, I made this in the middle. I finished this at like 3 a.m, and I did like a whole thing. I was like, I need some attention, and I need some credit, because I just accomplished a major craft. I got this idea from Michael Smith, and she told me it would take 2 hours, and I love her, but she's a liar. This baby took 5. Anyway, so here's my office. Let me just come over here real quick so I can just look at you for just a second, and say goodbye to you. Hi. Okay, that was fun. Oh, so that's on my house. Well, that's some of it. It's the parts that I'm not embarrassed to show you right now. And I always tell my friends, like my really good friends, when they move somewhere, I'm like, I need you to walk through your house with your camera and give me a tour, because I need to know where you are living when you're talking to me. You know, like, I need to be able to picture you in your living room. I need to be able to see you in your kitchen. I need to understand what your porch looks like. I've done this for years. And so it just makes sense that I want you to know where I live. I mean, not really, like, don't come here. But, like, I want you to be like, oh, that's where she's sitting when she's watching Gilmore Girls, you know? Or, like, that's where she's doing her work in her little office. And so now you know, you've seen part of it. I'll show you the rest later. Our upstairs is a real cutie pie when it's not disgusting, which it is. And so now you've seen my place. This is where I live. By the way, not credit to you guys, because on Saturday I was showing you something awesome that you could win for Jen Hatmaker Book Club, and none of y'all could get past the fact that I was wearing a Kansas City Chiefs baseball hat. 0. Every single comment was like, ooh, Chiefs. By the way, I have to go look at my stuff to see how we managed the win last night with a lot of chill. But here's what I wanted to tell you, because you guys could not pay attention. Do you see all these books? Everybody who is a new sign up for the Jen Hatmaker Book Club between right now and February 5th, which is what is that? 2 days? Where are we? Let me look at my calendar, my Emily Lay calendar. It's the only one I use. Which is Wednesday. Every single one of you is going to be entered to win every book we've done in the Jen Hatmaker Book Club thus far, which is all of these. Okay, so not only, but February 5th is the deadline to get in for March. That's why that's the date. So if you sign up by February 5th, you will be a part of the Jen Hatmaker Book Club for March. But one of you new members is going to get every single book we have ever read in the Jen Hatmaker Book Club. Don't tell me you don't want that. The Jen Hatmaker Book Club is the most fun thing. And this is our book for February, Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie, which is like my favorite series ever. I'm going to get to talk to Alan Bradley in just a couple of weeks. I'm dead. And so it's JenHatmakerBookClub.com. Go sign up. Like, this is for you. Do it for you. If you love books and reading and community and fun things, this is a no-brainer. An absolute, it is packed with awesome stuff. So, one of you new members signed up between now and then will get the whole pile. Okay, I guess that's it. That's it. Monday mornings. Happy you're here. Thanks for taking a little walk about the property with me and the house. And I will see you next Monday. Bye. Bye. It's fun. I like having you here.